it's Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today I'm going to be creating some cards using different stenciling techniques. I'm going to be using this Chloe's Creative Cards kit from the latest Chloe's Creative Cards magazine. I'm going to show you all of it, although we'll not be using all of the elements. So you've got this cute snow globe die set, this really gorgeous kind of winter town embossing folder. This is obviously what we're going to be using the most today, so it says it's the most wonderful time of the year, that's the stencil. Then we've got this gorgeous stamp set with loads of really nice Christmas sentiments and the lamppost and these like Christmassy images. And then we've got this paper pair. So you've got loads of cut apart bits and sentiments. And then the colours are kind of like quite traditional with some blues added in. Love this scenic one, that'd be really nice to use. And then we're back to the beginning, so you get 2 of each. So for my first card today, I've got a UK A6 card blank, so that's 4 1/8 by 5 7/8 inches. And then I've cut this white piece to 1/4 of an inch smaller than my card blank. So then I'm going to tape the stencil over that white mat. And then I'm going to use these detail blending brushes from Altenew to colour it. And the reason I'm using these is because I don't want to mask everything off. If you don't have these, then obviously you can just mask everything off. But this way I can kind of get into those details without masking everything off. So then I'm going to go in with the garden green. So then I'm going to do the snowflakes in this water hyacinth colour from Altenew. And I've got this honey drizzle colour that I'm going to do the stars in. So I think that looks nice like that. We could just leave it like that. But I want to take it a step further. I just want to go around the lettering with a fine liner pen just to add a bit of definition. So then there's that all outlined. So I'm just going to glue that onto my card front. And then I've got these small red gems and I'm going to add them over the little red dots that we've got on here. So then there's the finished card. So then for this next card, I want to mask off some of this. So I'm going to mask off all the bits that aren't "It's the most wonderful," because I want to split up the sentiment for this one. So then I'm going to add that onto some red cardstock, and then I'm going to take some of this modelling paste, and then I'm just going to use a palette knife just to spread that through. So then I can remove the stencil, and then I'm just going to quickly go in with another clean palette knife and just remove these bits that I don't really want now. Then I'm going to add on some clear sparkle embossing glitter. And I'm just going to heat emboss that. So you can see now that looks really pretty, really sparkly. So then I've cut that out on a 4 1/2 inch circle, and I've also done the time of the year piece and cut that out in a circle the same size. So then I've cut 3 6 inch circles from red cardstock and 2 5 1/2 inch circles from paper from the pack. So we're going to create a circle easel card. So I'm going to take my scoreboard. I'm going to score this at 5 1/2 inches here, and then I'm going to score this at 2 3/4 inches as well. So this is the piece that will join the top and the bottom of my card together. So then I'm going to make up the top and the bottom of the card. So this time of the year is going to be the bottom of the card, and I need a piece to keep the easel in place. So what I'm going to do, I've got a strip of red cardstock and a thinner strip of green cardstock. So I'm going to glue those together. And then I'm going to add some foam strips behind them. I'm going to add that onto here just above the time of the year. So then I'm just going to trim that round. So then one of these is going to be the top and one of these is going to be the bottom piece. So I'm going to glue on the pattern paper. And then I'll glue the time of the year to the bottom one. And then I'll add the It's the Most Wonderful on foam pads to the top one. So now this is my joining piece that we scored. So I'm going to add glue below this big fold here. And that will go under the top. And then I'm going to add some glue behind this piece here. And that I'll add to the bottom. So then I can lift this up and have it stand up like that. So then I've got a few patches where I got some of the embossing paste where I didn't want it. So I've used the two snowflake dies from the included stamp set to cut some snowflakes from white cardstock, and then I'm just going to add those on over those mistakes just to hide them. And then I'll just put another couple on just to balance it out. And then I'll put another one on the inside. So then I'm just going to add some of these little pearl gems into the centres of the snowflakes. So then we've got that really pretty finished card. It just stands up like that. So for my next card, I've got a 6-inch square piece of cardstock, and I'm going to just take down my stencil, and you'll see that I've just masked off everything that's not the wording. So then I'm going to grab a blending brush and some red ink. This is the real red from Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to grab some scrap paper so that I don't get ink on my mat, and I'm going to blend this through stencil. So then I'm going to cut out all the individual words. Then I've got a 6x6-inch card blank, and I've taken a 3x4.5-inch piece of pattern paper and cut it from corner to corner, and I'm going to glue those in the two corners. So then I've got a green strip of cardstock, and I'm just going to glue that across this corner, and then I can cut off the excess. And then I'll use the leftover strip to cut glue across this corner. And then I've got some slim strips of red cardstock that I can glue across as well. So then I'm going to lay out my words so I can see how I want them to go. So then I'm going to glue these on, and I'm going to pop these two pieces up on foam pads. So then that's that card done. So then for my next card, I'm going to make a UK A6 card, so 4 1/8 by 5 7/8 inches. And these strips are all 5 1/8 by 1 inch. I'm just going to glue those on. Then I'm going to spread this over with my embossing buddy. I want to make sure that any bits of glue or fingerprints or anything like that come off, because I want to heat emboss. So I'm going to lay this over here and tape it down. And you can see I've still got the masking on there from the last card. Then I'm going to take some of the embossing ink from my mixed media embossing brush. And I'm going to grab one of these applicators with a nice rounded end from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to add on a little bit of this ink, and then I'm just going to add that through the stencil. So then I'm just going to heat emboss this with white embossing powder. And that looks really nice. So then I've cut the panel down so that it's 1/4 of an inch smaller than my card front. And then I'm going to glue this panel to it. And then I'm just going to decorate it with some of these little pearls. Then there's my finished card. So then for this next card, I'm going to just add some of my embossing ink from my mixed media embossing brush to this acrylic block. And now I'm just going to ink up my brayer. Then I'm going to add it to the back of my stencil, and it's important that you add it to the back because otherwise your text's going to be backwards. So I'm going to add it to my cardstock and run it through my machine using the sandwich that I usually use to emboss stencils. So then now I've got that piece which is embossed, and I'm going to cover it in gold embossing powder. And you'll notice that the powder stuck where the tape was, but that's fine because we're going to cut that off anyway. So then I'm just using my Stampin' Up markers just to colour in the text. So then I really love how that looks now, and I've cut that down to 4 by 5 3/4 inches. So then I'm going to make a easel stepper card. So I've got a 6-inch square green card blank and 5 3/4 inch square piece of this tree paper. So I'm going to glue those together. So then I want the centre stepper piece. So I've got a 4 1/4 by 12-inch piece of green cardstock. I'm going to score that at 6 inches and at 3 inches. So this is going to be the easel part. So I'm going to fold along those score lines. And then I'm going to take this piece of the same tree paper that I've cut to 5 3/4 by 4 inches, and I'm going to glue that inside the stepper piece. And then I'm going to glue my embossed panel onto the bottom of this. So I'm just going to add glue below the score line, and then I'm going to add this onto here. So then that will stand up like that. So then I'm going to glue this onto my card front, and that will go right down the middle. So So then we need a stopper. So I've got a 4" by 1/2 inch strip of red cardstock, and I've got a 4" by 1/4 inch piece of this green cardstock. So I'm going to add those together, and then I'm going to add some of these foam strips behind now. Now I can decide what angle I want that to stand up at. I like it about there, I think. And then I'll pop this across. Then that stands up like that, and it folds down like that. So then let's bring in all of today's cards. So then there we've got all 5 of today's cards. Please do let me know in the comments which is your favourite. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below. You can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.